Hello my friends and welcome back to more Dwarf Fortress. So, unfortunately, I lost a crap ton of time from that last episode from the crash. Thankfully this time it wasn't my fault, at least, which is always nice. Hey, I did rescue, though, our damsel in distress who was stuck up here on the hillock, if you will. So I've pretty much replicated, I think, I've replicated most of what we've done. I've also saved religiously every, 3 minutes. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. I've reestablished the beds, or I've redecorated, what's the word I'm thinking of? I've redesignated the beds because that was not saved. We also had some new migrants, and I kind of missed who showed up this time around. So I'm just going to assume they're all wonderful people. Actually, might be the same trappers. Although, no, I've assigned the trappers a job a while ago. Yeah, no idea. Do we have any new pets here? Do we have any new doggos? No. Oh, we do have a new dog that needs to be trained. Awesome. We are going to make the stray dog a combat puppy. Wait, is the combat puppy... Look, even I lost a combat puppy here, too. Oh, crashes are brutal. Like, brutal. All right. So, here's where we stand. I have once again canceled all of the stock orders, or the workshop orders. We are trying to mine out the sandy area for the stockpile. I pretty much did the same thing in the construction storage that I did previously, except I went a little bit bigger. And here's the theory I'm going to try. So this stockpile, we are going to call this the mudstone stockpile. And then over here we've got the pecan pile. Pecan stockpile. Again, the reason I'm doing this is to feed into our new workshops, and I've moved some workshops around, and that way we have kind of a standardized, standardized furniture, is my theory. Ooh, I have another theory. So I'm trying something down here, as you can see. I've kind of extended a small hallway to go down to a separate area that's going to be hopefully faster for the dwarves to get gear, to get equipment. I wonder... Oh, this is actually a constructed wall. I have to decompose it. I have to deconstruct it. So, I've relocated our wood stuff, right? So, I've got our carpenter workshop and our craft dwarfs workshop here. And I'm putting another smelter down, wood furnace down across from this wood furnace, and this opens up a couple slots instead. So, what I'm thinking about is underneath the stoneworks, we are going to have a dedicated mudstone stockpile. Next to said mudstone stockpile, we can have, this is going to drive me crazy because it's not 7 wide. It's the little things in life that really drive you bonkers, right? Next to this stockpile, I think I'm going to have a generic stone stockpile that doesn't contain mudstone. Ah, check this out. In the stoneworks, Alice's stoneworks, we are going to force the input to be the dedicated mudstone stuff. So any future furniture is going to be made out of mudstone. So we are going to standardize our furniture. The same is going to be said with our carpentry workshop. It's going to be made out of pecan wood logs. However, for the craft makerspace stuff, I'm going to force the input to be a generic stockpile for everything other than our specialized wood and our specialized stone. That way we can just continue to make, crafts out of whatever. The same thing is going to happen down here. This wood stockpile can hold everything except for pecan trees, because that's going to be used specifically over here. Ha! Yes, it all is coming together, my friends, and you know what? I'm so freaking terrified. I'm going to be dropping a save probably 3 or 4 times during this episode. I apologize for the short delay, but I'm going to hate to make a bunch of configuration changes and then lose everything. I don't mind rebooting for a Let's Play, recording. I just hate losing the work and then having to redo it. Although half the time, half of the episode is normally me trying to figure out how to do something. So once we know how to do it, it's really, really fast. Okay, so we have a little bit more stuff to mine out in here. I did kind of rearrange the furniture room a smidge, and then I'm going to, unfortunately, have to do the same kind of stuff I did earlier. So we are going to make, I think this is still going to work the way I wanted it to. I don't know if we need, I do think we need a lot more space. Furniture, we got a lot of furniture. A lot of furniture here. Okay, so weapons, we'll go vertically this time. Weapons, armor, ammunition, finished goods that aren't tradable, other. Okay, so ammo, whatever. The order of operators is different. Ammo, armor, weapons. What did I say? I think we made finished goods. Oh, God, this was kind of annoying. All right, backpack, armor. Anything that is not a tradable thing. Crutch. I still don't know what a... Oh, a codicy. Like, a codex? A plural of codex? Like a book? A novel? Maybe. Keep the log... large gems, legwear, musical instruments, quivers, ring scepters, splints, tools. The rest of this stuff is tradable. So everything here should be tradable. No, goblets go somewhere else. All right, that is our non-tradable goods. And then up here, we, of course, have our tradable goods. So let's go from the bottom up. Toys, totems, scepters, rings, figurines, earrings, crowns, bracelets. Cool. And this is going to be our tradable goods. Epic stuff. By the way, this time around, I actually remembered to... I'm so nervous. I honest to God, I'm so nervous. I'll eventually outgrow this fear of Dwarf Fortress. But it's not going to be right now. I'm scared of the death save. The evil crash to desktop with no warning. I'm sure there's a log somewhere that I should probably read and report, but I'm a little gun shy, guys. A little gun shy. I did manage to make a trade this time around, so we wound up getting a bunch of alcohol, a lot of alcohol. Oh, I don't think I even realized that Nessus was doing something. Holy crap. Okay, let's come back to that. Nessus just finished crafting a artifact crossbow. Thestar Gulnas. Thestar Gulnas, a iron crossbow with a massive value. All crafts dwarfship, of course, is of the highest quality. This object is adorned with hanging rings of iron and menaces with spikes of bauxite. This is epic. Can someone use this artifact in combat? Oh my gosh, we now have a reason to get an entire squad of Mark's dwarfs lined up and running. I'm beyond thrilled. I'm beyond thrilled. All right. I'll calm myself down for just a moment. Fantastic stuff. All right, we are making... Hey, I'm really glad that Nessus got the items he needed because I had no freaking clue he was waiting for something. Let's get bars and blocks. You know what? Let's get bars and blocks. Bars and blocks and coins in the same thing. Okie dokie. Lots of stuff going on. We have everybody planting, which is always helpful. I didn't realize I had so many extra plump helmet seeds, so everyone is helping with that. We actually should have 2 war dogs now, and I think I'm going to need to manually craft a... Oh, someone's going to craft the chain, but I don't think... We do have... Do we have... I kind of changed everything around down here, too, so it's a bit of a mess right now. We are kind of shuffling pretty much all of our crafting area. Hey, our area down here is nice and organized, or clean. Let's go ahead and put down a new stockpile. This is going to be a random wood stockpile right about here. Except this, any wood is good. And then we're going to do another stockpile here. And this is going to be any stone, except for... No, we're going to use everything. We'll just get everything. This is a catch-all stone thing. All stone will go here. Again, this is just to help clean up the fact that there's wood everywhere on the outside world that we, are not getting to right now. And people are having to go all the way out here to get it. And I really don't want, especially kids. The Dwarven children are also... Oh, God. This is kind of... I'm still nervous about the fact that everything is freaking collapsing here. We've got a Wolverine and a Rattlesnake fighting each other. Well, that's kind of cool. Who wins? Rattlesnake venom is injected into the Wolverine's Wolverine blood. I'm actually curious of who's going to win this little fight. You're dizzy, nauseous, faint, and injured. The Wolverine is the Rattlesnake is feeling pretty fine. So I'm going to go ahead and chalk that up to a Rattlesnake victory. And the Wolverine is not doing too hot. Wolverine's like, yeah, man, I don't need to finish you off. They'll die anyways. It's dark. Wolverine's up, though. Honey Badger Wolverine don't care. It's gone. It is gone. Jade cancels weave into cloth. Okay. And sadly, probably the worst news of all, I had to redo the freaking vault and I forgot about it. So once again, we are waiting to bury Jackson. Just when you emotionally got over that trauma, I'm here to rip that wound right open. Just rip it on open. It doesn't hurt as bad as like losing someone in Kenshi. It still hurts a little bit, but not quite as bad. So that's nice. We got that going for us, which is nice. I don't even have my quantum stone pile anymore either. A pool of is Dwarven wine blue? That's random. Did we ever clean this up? Yeah, we did put some doors in here. Unnamed meeting hall. The OK hall. Not the Great Hall. Just the OK hall. I think our area here is still doing pretty good. I haven't really paid attention in a bit. Here, let's just relax for a minute. Well, hang on. First, I swear to God, I'm going to do this forever. But the problem is I don't know what's causing it. I think it's related to the work order screen. So if I don't need to go into work orders, I'm not going to go into work orders. Or if I do, I'll save right before I open the work order screen again. Let's just chill here for a couple of minutes. We're going to watch the tavern and just see what happens in the tavern. Like, what do people do? I'm curious of why they're not fighting, because I thought dwarves love to fight. Maybe they can get their fighting needs out by training and sparring with each other. Man, look at all the great memories recently Kvothe has had. Kvothe has interest. I mean, he probably gets the most socialization with everyone. Be with your family. Be with friends. I mean, do you need to throw a party? How do we make you get to hang out with your friends? So you're pretty much socializing, listening to poetry, as one does. What I'd like to verify, dang it, I would like to verify that Kvothe is helping to deliver goods, alcohol to people. That's what I want. I want to make sure that we're serving wine to anyone that wants it. Nope. He's on a table reciting poetry, which, honestly, if you know the character of Kvothe, is not terribly far off from reality. So maybe this makes all the sense in the world. Hey, there we go. Serve dwarven wine. I love that. Well, you served it to yourself? Nah, a little bit of a hiccup there in the game. Okay, cool. So the serving part is working. And we've got a loose duck, my friends. A loose duck alert. You need to go into the... Oh, wow. We have a random boar in a trap. Okay. Tons of puppies. Nifty. Can I go ahead and assign one of our war doggos? Where is my warg dog? There we go. Assign one of our war dogs to here. Already starting to fill up our stockpile area, which is quite lovely. Tons of goods need to be dropped off. Oh, we don't have anywhere for leather to go. That's right. My fault. Hang on. So I changed around a few things, right? So we've got the craft store. Oh, here we go. We're ready to do this next step. We need to make new stockpiles. So one new stockpile is going to go here, except new stockpile going in here, except, again, this is going to be any kind of wood except for pecan wood. because we want that to be specially held here. And then this is the same thing for stone, just, you know, not. So no metal, no economic, no clay, but yes to everything but mudstone, I think. Now, we are actually going to have to get a stockpile going for flux at some point. So why don't I go ahead and preemptively do that now? Let's do a stockpile for flux stone. I don't think we actually do have flux stone, though. So this is going to be the economic stuff that can be... I mean, coal is not really... We'll just store it for now, and I'll clean it up a little bit later. I at least want to put it on the board. So then we've got our leather and clothier shop. Excuse me. Alrighty, so leather is going to just chill out here, which we have a metric ton of because I keep buying up all the leather in the world. I mean, we have so many trade goods. There's no reason not to spend the stuff right now. We have made a lot of money off of it. Man, dwarves are not feeling too hot. A little bit grumpy. Bowyer's workshop, that's fine. So down here, I've got every kind of wood but pecan wood. So this is going to be burnable wood stockpile. This is all going to be fed into... Oh, yeah. I wanted to do this. I wanted to say, you take only from this stockpile. That's what we're trying to establish. A little bit more control, stockpile control, right? So done here, done there. Yep. So you guys grab from there. Then you're going to give coal to this central storage area. So this is going to be coal. And coal is going to be used both for our smelters and our metalsmiths. So coal is a pretty big storage area. And then on either side of coal, I have a bar storage area. So anything that's just basically a metal bar and block. So that should take care of that. In fact, I'm going to spread it out a little bit because we actually have a lot of metal bars already. So we're going to expand this. I do like that you can have a separated stockpile. Kind of neat. And then I think I wanted to make a stockpile. What's on this side? You're just a bowyer's workshop. You can grab wood from somewhere else. What we're going to do here is put a stockpile down for ores. Just your everyday metal ore. So stone, advanced settings, everything but only metal ores here is what we're going to store. And that should do it. We really shouldn't have to specify anything else. Do the forges need any? I mean, I guess I could make this entire area. It does make sense that we've got that hanging out there. Go and craft one more replacement smelter. I think the reason I removed the other one is so that I could make this out of kaolinite, so it's the same color. Alright, I apologize, I swear. Next episode, I'll trust the game again, but right now, it's on my crap list. I like it. We're getting pretty organized, though. We're definitely trying to go for, like, you know, that's one of the things. As you start to grow, especially when your population gets in... Now, I don't have any clue how to deal with a really, really large fortress. So, we might wind up needing multiple crafting floors, right? I mean, theoretically, we could make an up-down stair here, and then we could wind up removing this storage area and then turning it into another crafting floor if we ever needed more areas to craft. And then we could just make another storage location at some point in the future if we need to. Okay, let's check on our good friend again, Jackson. Just when you thought you had the emotional scarring cleaned up after that horrible events of the last episode, I'm going to go ahead and redesignate the tomb, and we are going to make one of these tombs for aminals and one for humans, and sure enough, hopefully, Jackson and our puppy can once again be laid to rest. So, that takes care of that. I think we need to do a little bit more work with our stockpile organization, right? So double check. I think this is all set. Oh, I also want to go ahead and let's make these all fallow. Fallow. This is going a little bit crazy. I went a little bit ham on the plump helmet. So this is all going to harvest. Then we're going to have like 1 billion T in one plants available, which will be nice. We are feeding the food stockpile downstairs. I think I'm going to rename that so it's actually something I recognize. Let's go ahead and grab stockpile and then rename. We're going to call this the tavern stockpile. Lovely. And from there, I think I'm pretty happy with where we are. We've got everything else kind of organized. The stone stockpile does need to... Let's actually call this the bulk stone staging. No, bulk stone... Yeah, staging, because we're staging this for use in the... Wait, is it stone? No, it's metal. All right, bulk metal staging. This is where we're going to be... keeping metal before it goes into the smelter. This is burnable wood. This is going to be coal. This is going to be metal. And then I think I want to make sure that we're taking... sorry, it's not metal. It's ore. Ore staging. And we're going to take from... Stockpile or workshop to take from. We're going to take from this area down here. So this is going to be our primary ore area. And then we're going to refill, I think these, yeah, we're going to do the same thing down here. So we're going to make a, make sure that our mudstone stockpile is taken from the other stone stockpile. This is going to be other stones, I guess. And this is going to take from the same stockpile here. And then the same thing, I think, for the wood would be helpful. So taking from that internal primary wood stockpile. Burnable wood is going to do the same thing. All right, we're just kind of keeping like a flow of raw resources in the fort. Not the most... It's not the best when it comes to like bulky resources, I think. But we can actually use that. This is actually cool. Eventually, we might try to dive down deep into the underbelly of our entire world. And speaking of underbelly, I need a trash bin. When we get down there... we might find lava. Actually, it's guaranteed that we're going to find lava down there. And once we find lava, I'm going to want to start using magma smelters because it's basically free heat that, or a free way to fire up and power your smelters, your forges, your everything basically. So that's going to be incredibly helpful. However, dwarves are not going to want to make the, 50 elevation journey trek every single day. So we can actually set up a living area downstairs at the forge. And we're going to be able to use stockpiles to kind of like move items between those areas. So that's how we're going to have like a staging area, like maybe on this floor, we'll stage food. And then we'll have a stockpile on level like -20 or whatever. And that's where our deep miners are going to get their food from. All right, let's set up another garbage dome. Dump, not dome. Garbage dome. I was wondering about all these remains that we have. I keep seeing remains everywhere, and I think we talked about this before. I think it's going to be other objects. I looked at this the other, between a break in the episodes, and I think remains here is going to be other objects. So, if you think about it, I mean, remains of lizard friends don't seem to fit the mold anywhere. So we'll give that a shot. What else were we doing up here? We were trying to carve out this entire area. And of course, something just collapsed on the surface, as always. Thankfully, I don't think anyone was hanging out right here just now. Why is this happening still? Let's cancel this job. Oh! Oh no. That's why it's all falling. I've got an entire... Holy crap. This entire floor is unsupported and just kind of hanging over the edge here. Yikes. Okay, can we build before someone just gets... Oh, it's like 2 Z levels too. I can't even get to it. Right. if I don't think the game recognizes weight. So if I were to come up here and channel this out, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, please don't die. No, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do this smarter. I'm going to craft a pillar right here. I want it to go 2 levels high. In order to get to the second level, I'm going to need a stairwell. So we're going to craft a stairwell going up. And then hopefully that should support this section that's just kind of hanging precariously. I wonder if this area just collapsed in because of the same, like maybe there's something over here that fully just collapsed. I don't know if it's a time-based thing. It makes me really nervous, and I really don't want to sacrifice yet another dwarf. We really need to start thinking about military. I keep saying that. I think around 40 or 50, I'm going to make a dedicated reserve squad. I know we took a break for a minute to let all of our stuff recuperate. Man, how do we get rid of gypsum? This is what caused me to crash last time. We were going to set an autosave. And I'm going to try to make a work order to process gypsum. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe gypsum breaks the game somehow. Oh, gypsum. Never trust gypsum. We have 1 really happy dwarf and 13 really grumpy dwarves. I wish I could see who the happy dwarf was. Oh, we can. Hang on. We can see that. Let me do my gypsum thing. All right, work order. Gyp. Why do I always mess this up? How come I can't? It's... Surely I've not just looked at it and immediately forgotten the name. GYP. Gypsum. That's interesting. Oh, it's plaster. We're not... Okay, we're making plaster powder. Sure. Let's make 50 plaster powder. We're going to unpause and see if that crashes the game. Survey seems to indicate no. Okay, real quick, who's our happy dwarf? It's Dread. He's super happy. Didn't he just have a baby? That would kind of euphoric due to inebriation. Felt pleasure near a fine trap. Are you collecting creatures? I don't think I even knew that. Was grouchy about that one time they were caught in the rain. Let's follow them for a bit. Currently you're harvesting. And you've got a naked baby on your shoulder. That's fair. Oh, you know what? We might start getting some naked dwarves. We might want to have a good stockpile of clothing in our fortress. Didn't even think about that one. Don't want naked babies roaming around the fort without clothes. Man, everyone is on freaking gathering duty. It's kind of fun to watch someone like run around like crazy. They're just like, I am here to organize. All right, he's making plaster powder. Ah, it is made in the kiln. That makes sense now. Make a drum too. Why not? I thought I did this already. We need to make a little stairwell coming up to match the thing. Oh, goodness. We'll make a stairwell here instead. No, that's going to be disorganized. Arg! I hate that you can't, like, subtract from a stockpile. You have to, like, delete the stockpile, do the thing that you want to do, and then rebuild the stockpile. Okay. Siltstone here. Cool beans. Remake the stock. Just a small minor detail. Remake the stockpile. This is, again, the bulk ore staging. I want to come up with like a really cool naming convention at some point. All right, stone, all metal ores. That's it. And we have this take from down here, I think. Okay. How are we doing in our operation? Please don't collapse in our heads. We're still waiting on people to get over here. Good enough. It'd be kind of cool if you could like climb up here and like cut this entire section away. I think what happens, though, is if something collapses, like if the dwarf is on this side, and they say that we've carved every single tile, and the only remaining support is like right here. If the dwarf is next to it, if things start to collapse, I still think it takes the dwarf with it, which is a little bit awkward. Oh, there we go. We've built the first piece of that at least. Well struck, sir. Who is this? Who's our sacrificial lamb? Oh, good. It's somebody that I don't know the name of. Okay, this is now secured. It is now providing some support to this area up top. So I'm less afraid of sending somebody up to bravely channel this away. So who is going to be our sacrificial lamb? Probably Azazel and Odin. Yep, our best workers are coming to test gravity. Please do it from up here and not down there. All right, here we go. Okay, that worked. You kind of walked on it, which was a little bit strange, but who am I to judge your mastery of the channeling arts? All right, I'm going to keep doing that. Oh my gosh, this makes me nervous. Don't stand on the square. I swear, one of them is going to fall in. I know it. I know they're going to do it. Like, they walk over it. And I'm like, are you trying to hurt yourself? Or give me a heart attack? These are the questions, my friend. All right, it's a little bit easier when it's all a nice straight line. We're about to dig over the support, but I think that's okay because we're still pretty close to the edge now. It should have its own support. Ooh. If you're ever yeah, you have to use some witchcraft when you're channeling stuff. You definitely have to be unique. Like right now, if I were to give another order to channel, it's possible that they would walk in and channel the area they came from first, and then this entire thing would fall. So, dwarves are bright, but they do spend their entire day inebriated. Probably not the best for deep thinking. Okay, I think this is good enough where it's not going to completely collapse. So can we get back to a couple things? First, I want to chop down this tree. I think I'm going to have to give this a high priority order to get the attention of our woodcutters. Boy, this really slows down when you've got this gray mist kind of stuff. It is super slow right now. So you're not attached to anything, right? So theoretically, I should be able to come up here and channel this out safely. Because there's nothing above here, right? It's all... It's also hard to see when there's, you know, you're up a layer. So someone's going to walk up here, channel this, and it's going to be normal. Let's wait a minute, make sure nothing collapses. I'm so paranoid. I am so nervous that we are going to crush some dwarves because I am obsessed with getting this thing the way I want it. We're close, though. We're close, that's the point. There's nothing else like overhanging anything, right? I don't think so. Alright, so now there's a bunch of these unusable upward slopes. So, if none of these slopes are attached to anything, we should be able to remove all of them. Let's be maybe a couple at a time to make sure. Again, verify that it's not attached to anything. There's no upper tile here. And if there is, it should only be like one tile, and it should be a knockout blow and not necessarily a murder you type of situation. Good. Fantastic. I think we can start channeling backwards. So nervous about this. I think literally my toes are clenched. I don't think that's healthy when you're playing a video game. I can't see. Yeah, some of these tiles I just can't honestly tell if they're in a good spot or not. Ooh, that was a little awkward. All right, enough of the stress. I think I'm stressing everybody out. Let's go back inside. Let's see what else is going on inside of Pantedguild. Hey, what's going on in the wide world around us? Center on our fort. Let's take a look at the new... Jesus. The news and rumors again. It's an explosion of swords going in all directions. So, founded Sparkle Desk. Oh man, I want to live in Sparkle Desk. It's not like it's a tax. It's just like founding, replacing his mother. Buh authored Olives, became the Lord of the Blue Council. That sounds like a cool name. I love it when the names actually randomly line up to be something interesting. Hey, guess what? I don't think I see our remains anymore. That's convenient. Can I get rid of this piece of stone? I think somebody will eventually get it. Yeah, I think the remains are being tossed out. Nice. We do have a lot of turtle shells, which is pretty nifty. So, that's another thing, too. I think we can go ahead and put a bone crafter down. So, let's do a workshop. Farming. Nope. Just a craft workshop. Just a craft workshop here. And we're going to say that the input can only come from here. And I think our master bone crafter is... That's Solnir, if I remember right. Solnir is our master bone carver. So he can actually get going doing a bunch of that stuff, which is pretty nifty. Oh, hey, an actual autosave without me doing it. This music is great. I'm all about this music right now. If anyone knows if you can add mods to an existing world gen, I would be very interested. Curious of, like, especially as you start to get, you know, a long playthrough of a really long fortress going, I'd be curious to see if it's possible to ever add stuff in there. What is gypsum? Like, is it considered to be an other thing? Let's go up to this stockpile outside and take a quick peek. There is some gypsum. Yeah, no, there is gypsum stored here. So it is definitely at least being stored as a other stone. Nope. Economic? Nope. Hello? How... This was all... This was all... Oh, there it is. It is an economic stone. Okay, that's why I got a little bit confuzzled. Okie dokie. So, we are trying to get gypsum out of the area, because it's kind of, you know, everywhere. So, our crafts dwarf's workshop is going to only intake from the death stockpile. Perfect. How about we make some bone stuff? You know what? Bone bolts would be pretty good. Like, I wouldn't mind having crafts, but at this point, we've got a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of crafts. Bolts, we're going to have to use to train people with. So, let's try to make a bunch of bolts out of that. And let's go ahead and make sure that this is assigned to Solnir. Ooh, we got Odin and... Oh, he's a wood crafter. Not a bone crafter like Solnir. Okay, cool. So, Solnir is going to take care of that. Do we ever assign one of these? I think I want one of these to be Yasha's brewery, and one of these to be Yasha's kitchens here. Everyone else can, again, help to just do stuff. Remember, everyone has that strange need where they just want to craft things, so that's why we've got these maker spaces. I'm still surprised nobody has fought yet. Normally there's like, so-and-so has started a social fight. Huh. Can't make bone bolts. Needs unrotten bone body part. Oh, I guess the turtle shells. Can I make anything from shells? Oh. Shell bolts? No, I can't. Can I decorate with shell? Maybe. I don't know actually what I would be decorating here. Omud. Kadi Kopo is visiting. Cannot... Ah, we need an improved item in a linked area. Well, I don't particularly know what to do. So we're just going to make a bunch of shell amulets. Surely, that's doable. Actually, don't think we could do anything with skulls. So let's change our refuse orders to get rid of skulls. Fantastic. A little by little, my friends, we are learning the intricacies of this game again. It's interesting too. When I go to the wiki, a lot of the information is based on the DF. They call it the DF 2014 update, which was a massive update that changed a bunch of features. It's just kind of interesting how, like, I think back, I'm like, that's a long time ago. I don't remember when Dwarf Fortress the Steam Edition was announced, but I definitely, everything kind of just stopped in terms of Dwarf Fortress updates. So it has been a minute. How are we doing up here, folks? We still have a lot of people going outside gathering wood, which is okay. We're trying to fill up our internal stockpile, which is fairly successful, I would say. Everyone's rocking out there. So much stuff is being gathered. I love the horde of puppies coming through. All of our animals doing good. Speaking of animals, do we have any interlopers on the map? We do have our friends, the Wolverine. Didn't you, like, almost get killed by a snake? Hey, what are you doing, buddy? You're a little bit too close for my preference. Go on, get out of here. Go. All right, we are out of bags, apparently. So we can no longer make our plaster. Let's go ahead and cancel that order. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I feel like it's been crashing the last 10 minutes of each episode, so maybe that's just part of it. Iden has become a planter. That's fair. We have so much stuff that still needs to be stored. Well, it's not too bad, to be fair. This might be an indication, by the way, that we don't have a place for some of these. So milk and spider venom. Why did I get spider venom? Can I make drinks out of spider venom? Where does prepared meals, booze, plants, and protein? Where the heck? There's mead. I think it's like extract. Yeah, we actually don't have a place for extract. I think I'll just make maybe like a random catch-all storage area as part of, oh wow, the bar block thing is already filled up. Seriously? What about the area below our crafting area? Okay, so I'll tell you what, we need to have this metal primary metal storage. We out of letters here. We're going to have you take from this stockpile instead of the other way around. Where did it go? Yeah, I think, yeah, it would make sense that all the metal's actually below the forges, since we have more space there anyways. Whew. Why don't we go ahead and expand this then? I don't really have any, I don't think I can think of anything else to add here, other than just, you know, more stuff. What is this stockpile? This is a random stone stockpile that has some kind of stone in it. Economic stone. Yeah, let's go ahead and expand this over a little bit. Although I think I'm going to exclude... Oh, why is the clay here? That's right, colonite is one of those economic ones. Poor colonite, it just has nowhere to go. It is the unloved stone. Alright, needs unrotten stone shell. Yeah, good, we made a bunch of stuff out of shells. Great. So we have some horse hair here. Can I make something out of hair? Collect webs, weave metal cloth, weave thread into silk. Where would you even do that at? Not the butchers, not the... no. I thought there was a thing for hair, but maybe I'm losing my mind. Not unheard of. Alright, so apparently we have no seeds left for Plump Helmet whatsoever. We have 731 drink, 1,000 food. How are we doing on the prepared meals? Oh, yeah, we got tons of stew. Oh, that sounds good. Stew with a nice big thing of French bread. Do dwarves eat bread? I doubt it. We still have tons of cheeses and meats and things like that. Fish and plant, pretty high. Seeds, pretty high. I think everyone's pretty pleased. I think we should look into, maybe the next couple episodes, what other alcohols dwarves would appreciate. That's what I appreciate about you. Heading back upstairs. I think I'm going to finally try to brave this last little bit. What are you guys doing? Don't go in that spot. Again, just double checking that the world is not going to completely collapse on us. I do think I'm going to have a couple more orders here. Please don't collapse. It's like my daily mantra. Mostly, please don't collapse because I can't always see what's going on. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to see if it's like if you're on the right level. Theoretically, all this stuff is just on the edge of a hill, right? So we should be okay. Where's the actual entrance? I don't know how far down I want to go. I do think maybe this entire area I kind of want to flatten out. So we have a lot of work ahead of us for that. Can somebody please kill this tree? Almighty Kif or someone else? Alright, how are we doing in the organization of things? Because I think it's about time. How has no one made this yet? Resume construction. It must have had something in the way. I think we're back up to where we need to be. We got tons of iron. We don't have a lot of charcoal. So I do believe now that we've got our lovely stockpile of wood and stuff ready to go, I think we can start firing up the old work order system to make some charcoal. So let's go ahead and say, how much charcoal do we have? We've got not much. Yeah, not much at all. So let's go in here and we're going to again say coal. Make charcoal. Whenever there is refined coal less than 200, go ahead and make a batch of 50 charcoal. Okay, God, I'm so nervous about this. I'm going to go ahead and hit 8. Again, until I figure out what's causing the crashes. Alright, I think we are coming up on the end of this episode, too. We'll finish up with maybe relighting our forges and kicking things off again. We did smelt the world, so I'm fairly happy about that. I think over here I was trying to collect fluxstone, and I don't entirely know if we have any fluxstone yet. Is any of this stuff fluxstone? Siltstone, lignite. I remember we had a little kind of a run here. Hang on, I think yeah, chalk. Did I just see chalk? Where the heck is chalk at? There's chalk. Aha. Then that means that we need to do something like this. Strip mining the world. I mean, honestly, I can just make one giant area. It shouldn't really matter. Okay, we're going to have a little area here to kind of dig out in order to reveal some more of this chalk, because we need a little bit of fluxstone in order to start our steel production. We're going to have to make pig iron bars, and then after pig iron, we're going to have to go from there. Did we finish off the charcoal order? We did. We are waiting for our noble to do the thing. Hey, do we have any new noble positions? No, we pretty much have the same old, same old. Nothing has changed there. Do we need a sheriff? Oh, that's curious. What kind of a role, what kind of skills does a sheriff need? No relevant skills. Is there like an interrogation skill? I just imagine a dwarf doing like a really terrible, like good dwarf, bad dwarf kind of a scenario. And the person being like, sorry, dude, you're not scary at all. Oh, we have so many rocks. We need to get rid of more rocks. Okay, we're going to try this rock thing out again. Heading over to my stone makerspace, we are going to queue up 1,000,000 rock crafts again. So I want to make 1,000 rock crafts. And keep in mind that this is fed by, oh, it's broken. This needs to be fed by this, the other stone pile. And then this Dwarf's workshop needs to be fed by this other wood stockpile. This is the extra stuff. We don't want to use the mudstone for crafts. We want to use the mudstone for the best furniture in the world. So that is our current plan. So this is going to be a pretty bit, you know what? I just thought about this. Why settle for just one craft shop? If we're going to be bulk pumping these things out, I like how this is kind of turning into a little alleyway instead of what I had originally. Yeah, let's dig this out, and then we will we'll put down a couple more maker spaces, because then they can really power through the stone. We'll have to fight to keep up with, like, delivering stone to the stockpile, but, I mean, at least it's going to help get through the stone, and then we're just going to have a massive, massive hoard of goods. But look at all the space we have for it. Let's go to our furniture stockpile. How are we doing on bins and stuff? There's at least one bin. I think I'm going to up some of these orders. So, I think we're doing, like, 5 at a time. Did I lose my bin? I did. I must have accidentally closed that at some point. So, speaking of, did we keep the orders in the right spot? I didn't. Okay. I'm calling a reset. Charcoal's good because it can go anywhere. Making rock crafts is only at the stone maker space. Oh, man. I wonder... I guess we could set individual work orders that can be applied to any... oh, no. That won't work out. I have to wind up making a work order for each individual craft shop. Because if you have a work order, you can say, like, oh, I want, like, 3 shops max to work on this. However, we can't manually assign them. So theoretically, it might assign it to this shop. But it wouldn't do that because the intake is not correct, right? Let's test this out. Why not? When in doubt, test it out. We're going to go with the craft shop here. Make it out of our beautiful kaolinite because everything is red down here, which is fun. Kaolinite, lovely. We'll do that one for now. Oh, we could also dedicate this one to Allison, too. Alice, rather. Skilled woodcraft. No. Yeah, stonecrafter. How's she a skilled woodcrafter, too? She's been busy. Oh, it's any kind of crafter. That's right. So, you're a competent stonecrafter. We'll give this one to Alice. So, both of these belong to Alice. So, we'll call this one the Alice's craft shop. Sure, why not? So we'll feed a bunch of orders into that. I thought I had another thought and it completely went the way of the buffalo. Oh, because I'd redone the carpenter's workshop, I need to rebuild these orders. So we are going to make sure that we've got beds. We need to have, oh man, barrels, bins, a couple of chairs on standby at any given time, and some, I think I'm going to make stone tables from here on out. Wooden chairs make sense. Stone chairs are a little bit uncomfortable. Let's go ahead and add logic to this as well. So whenever the thrones are below 10, make a wooden chair. Specifically at, this is not just a carpenter's workshop. This is Jade's workshop. That's right. So Jade's Wood Haven. Same thing down here. So wooden empty bins less than 10, make more. Yeah, I think we'll just up our count. Because we tend to go through them pretty quickly, is the thing. Like, if people are really starting to go crazy in crafting, we're going to need to wind up, like, you know, making a bunch to stay up on top of things. All right, beds are 10. Awesome stuff. So that's been rebuilt a little bit. We have a ton of leather. Didn't someone want something that was leather? Center on fort. Take a look at our civilizations here. You all wanted fish, and you all wanted crowns and fish. Hey, you know what? Whatever works. You know, with crowns, though, when we get these two things built, we can make some orders to make a ton of crowns. I don't really know how I'm going to keep track of that, but we'll try. Okay, so we've got a random crafts dwarfs workshop. Intake is only from this area. Done. This one is only going to have intake from the same thing. Done. Okay, so what happens if we take the craft order, let's just add another craft order. So let's make rock crafts again. Let's make 100. And we're going to say that 2 shops can get these orders. Once it gets validated, of course, will this be spread across this and this shop, or will it try to be made here and then fail because they don't have the resources? And I wonder if it'll keep occasionally failing, or if the game will recognize that, hey, this is not a shop that is equipped to intake the proper material. All right, so this has to be validated first. So Alice is set here. Jade is set here. We'll also turn this into Jade's wood carving area. Actually, I don't think she does. Yeah, she does wood crafting. Sorry, get confused about who does what here. I think we're running up here on the time where I'm going to cut the episode in just a minute. I do want to see if this orc order can be made. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so see, it got the rock craft order, but it can't do it because it doesn't have a stone input. Unless someone just randomly does it. Someone's trying to do it, though. It kind of just breaks the flow of what I'm trying to accomplish, basically. Yeah, so she just went and grabbed Microlean and started working on it, even though the input for this place is specifically wood. Okay, good to know. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this task. We are going to go back in here, cancel this order, and all I will wind up doing is simply saying, let's change this down to about 200 rock crafts here, and we'll just make individual orders. No big deal. So rock crafts here. That is how we can kind of control the flow of what comes in and out. We do have this correct. Nope, not Caten. Oh, sorry, I think I said crowns, right? You want to make some crown. We'll make one of these just pumping out crowns nonstop. Was crowns. Yep. Okay. Awesome stuff. So that we've tried that out. Anyone who wants to craft can get their craft on. We'll call Makerspace 1. And Makerspace 2. Dwarves are like, what the hell is a makerspace? Praise the maker, my friends. The spice must flow. Anything else we need to do? Yes, next episode we are going to talk about religion. I've been pushing that off for ages now, and I think it's about time to revisit our mega project because I've not been able to really do anything down here for a minute. So we are going to continue with the great excavation. Looks like a giant boat is what I'm seeing now. That is going to be our glorious, awesome temple / whatever. I think we also need to rehash some old work orders since I did kill everything. So, for example, whoops. I do want to have, like, you know, the rock door thing going on. It'll be nice, though. I think, I'm pretty sure, the way I'm thinking this through, is that we are constantly going to have only the items that we wanted coming into this particular area, unless there's an overlap, and, like, there's a... Like, yeah, because Microlean is kind of sitting here. I guess we could, like, individually dump things we don't want. So this, oh boy. This. It's like a mix and match puzzle. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if that works out or not. Okay, friends, thanks for putting up with all the craziness and all the auto-saving. I think I'm going to go ahead and trust the system again. I'll get there eventually. Praise be to the falling stone gods that nothing else goes awry. And yeah, we'll continue doing our mega excavation in the next episode. At the end of this episode, of course, I think I got distracted the last few ones, but let's take a look at somebody. It'd be nice to know of a way to... I don't know. I might even try to find if Dwarf Therapist is planning on getting updated. Maybe they've been behind the scenes already updating the game to match the Steam version. I'd like to see if there's, you know, just at a glance to know who's good at what without having to go through everything. Lots of unmet needs here. That's interesting. Hang on, that thought went crazy. Looking at Dred's memories just jumped out at me here. So she was accepting, remembering being caught in the rain, and mulling over the recurring memory changed her personal tendencies. She almost never feels discouraged after being caught in the rain in the year 100. Are you kidding me? So your memories can now impact your personality. If someone gets wounded in battle, can you become a big scaredy weenie? Oh my gosh, that's insane. This has a lot more ramifications than I thought. Uneasy upon seeing someone's body. Thankfully, they did not remember the time they thought they ran into the body. That is so flippin' cool. She was alarmed at that time she saw Sigurd's dead body. I think she has a panic. That's like a PTSD reaction. Oh man, that's so in-depth. I love it. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me for this episode. Pantedguild, despite a couple crashes, despite a few obsessive autosaves, is continuing on. I'll catch you again in the next episode. Till then, take care.